And so it's olive picking time again, and I thought I would show you first of all, after I did the massive cut down of all the olive trees last year, the one you saw in the actual video, to show you how, even though people told me there would not be olives because I cut them down so drastically last year, how in fact we have had the best crop of olives ever. And these are the medium size olives, because this was such a big tree I didn't want to cut it down too much, and the ones that I did actually drastically cut down have produced even bigger bullet olives. And do check back in the description below where I've got all my videos on the olives, the pruning of them, the best, easiest, quickest way that will produce the best olives the next year. And basically it's about cutting everything out of the middle so the air and light gets right in, and leaving just 3 or possibly 4 if it's a big tree stems, main branches coming out. But as you can probably see, it will need a normal prune again, because as the olives produce, the weight of them, particularly as we have big olives, makes them droop again. So once this tree is all picked, I will again be doing a normal prune. And as you can see, some trees are bigger than others, but I want to bring them right down. But picking them has been so much easier so far this year because they're all accessible. I can get inside and pick easily, and I don't have to reach very high. We have more than 86 olive trees. I haven't done a count up. I should have been counting as I was picking the trees. Some are in lovely rows, some are just dotted all round our land, and we do have a lower olive grove as well, where they are much more informal rows. There isn't any part of our land that doesn't have olive trees, whether en masse or just a few. This was one of the worst trees, and one of our workaways, Mia, was allowed to attack this to her heart's content to get some basic control over it. And the amount she took away, which you can see in another video, was so drastic, and she was so afraid that she was taking more of the tree away. But as you can see, it's still a massive sized tree and will need more work. And the size of the olives, again, very good size. So this is showing you that even the most severe cutting back of a tree, this was 4 times as big as it is now, and it's still a massive tree. So even by doing that much hacking away at the tree, didn't cause any problems at all. And yes, I will try and shape this one better this year. It had never been touched. So yes, I will try and form this into an olive tree for next year. Unfortunately this year I've got to pick all on my own, as we had a workaway booked in and they changed their mind, and obviously that then left no one able to book to come because everyone else was sorted for the olive picking season. So I'm left to do them all on my own, which thank goodness I'd cut them all back because it won't be such a major task, and I shouldn't need a ladder except for maybe some of the taller ones. This is the lower olive grove where Magnus, one of our workaways, started chopping back the ones at the far end where I'm heading to. Here you can see a good example of one really cut back well. As I say, the bigger ones I didn't take quite so much from, but the smaller ones I really took a lot from. You can see from the centre, nice clear space. So thank goodness I decided to chop them all back and future-proof the trees so I don't have to climb. There are some really lovely olives. Normally we don't pick them till much later in the year, but we had a very rare rain and windstorm, and that makes some of them drop off the trees. And obviously I need the olives. So I'm picking them much earlier this year. We don't normally pick them till the end of November, and now it's the end of October. Which is the earliest we've ever picked them before. As you can see, every tree has very good sized olives. There are different types of olives. There are smaller ones and there are bigger ones. We have all types of olives, but all our olives are for olive oil only, which we take to a meal to have pressed into olive oil, which we sell to any guest. We don't export it at all because it's not cost productive to do that. These are the trees that Magnus, a workaway, chopped back for us. This is probably our biggest tree left of the big trees down this end. And again, absolutely loaded with olives.